Study Arata. Here at Arata Academy, we strive to produce content that helps you to improve constantly. And thinking about your continued improvement, we are now going to start a new series of videos about learning and study. So in this series, we will be giving you practical tips to improve the quality of your learning. And today in this first video, I'm going to suggest a very simple change that you can use every time you are interacting, particularly with a professor or a teacher or maybe a study colleague. Just take your notebook and a pen and write it down. Increase the quality of your questions. A very common mistake as we're learning is to have a question and simply, immediately raise our hand to ask the teacher or a fellow student to solve the problem for us. Well, if you are looking at an exercise or a question and you don't understand the statement, the idea behind it, and you have no clue on how to find that answer, enjoy it. Because you are facing an opportunity. This is a real learning opportunity that many people end up wasting. In order to enjoy these learning opportunities created by your questions, just hold off asking someone for help, look again at that question, and ask yourself a few more questions. What is this that I do not understand? What part of the knowledge is missing? What parts of the content do I already understand and I already have mastered, but there is this little piece that apparently I forgot or is not very clear enough for me? All these questions will raise the level of awareness about your current situation. And remember this, every time you feel confusion, it represents an opportunity for you to consolidate and strengthen your learning. And when you don't know the right answer to a question, this is a very special moment that you need to stop and enjoy. Find out exactly where this confusion is located, identify the essential block or blocks of knowledge that you're still missing and that you need to master. The situation that you need to avoid is going immediately asking someone for help to do the exercise for you without you having to put some effort, some cognitive effort on your side. The moment you ask for help, whether from a teacher, from a friend, the answer will come to you easily. You're not going to use the full potential of your brain to create the neural connections and associations of ideas that are so important for real learning. Uncertainty is a natural part of learning, and whenever you realize that something is missing, it means that you're putting the blocks of knowledge in the wrong order. There is something missing that you need to have first before going further. Don't despair. This is absolutely normal. Actually, this is even expected. And just don't let pride disturb you. There are some people who will have questions, but because of pride, they won't admit that they don't know the answer. They'll pretend they know, and that's a big trap that will undermine the quality of learning. Ultimately, this path is inefficient. You may not want to publicly admit that you don't know the answer, or you may even try to convince yourself that you know, but you have plans to take a look at the books later. And by doing so, this is a way to slow down your learning. If you're in a learning environment with well-trained teachers who have more advanced knowledge than yours, you can accelerate your learning by making the most of these people, these resources, these teachers. They're there to help you. And the key point is not to just go and ask them to do things for you. On the contrary, you have to think a little bit more before you ask the question. You can examine what is that you don't understand yet, and this will help you to go and make the best of this type of interaction. This could even be a good time to realize that some parts of your knowledge may actually be wrong. Let me just give you a practical example. Imagine that you're facing a problem and then you stop, you think a little bit, just can't find the answer. Before you raise your hand to ask for help, have a little talk to yourself. Well, it seems that I understand that first I have this theory, number one, that I can use in this particular way. And I also understand that there is this second theory that should also be used together in this particular way. But it seems maybe I need a third theory that I don't really remember very well and I don't know how to apply. See, this is probably when you are discovering the missing piece, the missing block of information that will help you. This will help you every time you go to interact with your teacher because you have a higher level of awareness. And it also may happen that whenever the teacher is explaining things to you, they will say things in a way that you realize that your conceptions, your misconceptions about theory number 1 or theory number 2 were a little bit wrong. And then you finally realize a better way to understand that point. And that's the moment that you say, aha, and you are raising the quality of your knowledge. All right, let's now talk about studying in pairs or in groups, because a lot of people write to me saying that they like to study with one or more people around, and this can be indeed a good boost to their commitment or to their motivation. On the other hand, be careful with the ideas that we discussed today. It can be very good, however, there is the little risk of what we mentioned in this video, that you start to interact in a way that you will miss the biggest opportunity to really learn. If you ask your questions too soon, that will be a way that you will not engage your brain to acquire real knowledge as fast as possible. So my suggestion for you here in this case, imagine that you have this group of friends around and you have this particular chapter to study. Then you can tell them, like, hey guys, let's do like this. Let's dedicate 40 minutes. Everybody will study on their own. We'll try to do our exercises. And then after that, we'll put 20 minutes to be sharing ideas, to help each other and ask questions. That will be a way that you can do a better use of your shared study. With this simple tip today, you will improve the quality of your learning. Always practice this self-questioning, and that will be a way that you can finally understand better those things that you failed to understand before. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this initial video. As always, let me know what you think, and if you feel like you would like to go to more deep and quick learning techniques, I invite you to take a look at our How to Learn Faster course. You can just visit the link arata.se/how to learn.